got enough light. Hey everybody, we are gonna be starting the live, and as you see, I'm in the car because tonight we're heading up to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and Mercedes-Benz Stadium is hosting the Denver Broncos tonight. So people that know me personally know that I am an avid Atlanta Falcons football fan. Go Dirty Birds. So we're going to be doing the Ask Dr. Nissa Show on the road tonight because the game starts tonight at 8 o'clock. So we had to, get in the car and make sure we were here on time. So we're in Atlanta. It's a little rainy right now, and hopefully the rain will subside a little bit so that we can enjoy our time at this preseason game. All right, so y'all, it's Football Thursday. I'm excited about that, and we're going to talk tonight about a few business lessons that you can actually learn from football. So I just want to say hey to my wellness heads, hey to my business tycoons out there. As you're joining, again, I'm Dr. Nissa. I want to make sure that if this information is something that is will be beneficial to someone else, check that share button down at the bottom. Share it with your friends, share it with your families, share it with people that you know that would be interested in going into business. Also, if you're looking at this later, I want you to put hashtag replay in the comments for me. Also tag somebody that you think should be looking at it right now. If you're watching right now, tag a friend, tag them into the conversation that we're having tonight. So again, we're going to be discussing 3 business leadership lessons that we can learn from football, because it is Football Thursday. All right, go Falcons. So just to let you know a little bit about me, I am Dr. Nissa. I am a board certified chiropractor. I am also the clinical director of Total Fuse Chiropractic, as well as an expert business consultant and coach. And so my whole thing is to help you succeed in business, give you all of the tools, all of the blueprints that you need to have to start your own business without making those costly mistakes. You can learn from others so that you don't make the mistakes that they did. So you want to make sure that you get some advice, get some classes, take some classes for some folks before you spend your money. All right, so tonight we're going to start with number 1, the number 1 thing that we can learn from football. So I'm going to give a quote from the great Vince Lombardi. And he said he had a lot to say. He's very powerful. He was very powerful man in football. And we're going to talk about something that he said that I thought was very appropriate for tonight's discussion. He said that the achievements of an organization are the results of the combined effort of each individual. I thought that was very profound, because that statement can be relevant to any organization, whether it be a football team or a business. So, as leaders in the business world, we're entrusted with a lot of demanding responsibilities. There are a lot of things that we have to do day to day. But successful leaders not only have to do those day-to-day things to make sure those responsibilities are met, but they have to make sure that they thrive, in the face of challenges. So no matter what industry you're in, whether you be in healthcare like myself, you could be doing hair, you could be doing a whole lot of different things. These business lessons are going to be appropriate for you, because it is about finishing strong. Finishing finishing strong is going to be ideal, because when you finish strong, that means you have planned, you properly planned, you have properly anticipated, delegated, and you have properly appreciate the others that help you along the way. You got to have a team to do what you do. You can't do everything by yourself. It's utterly impossible to have a successful business and do every single thing by yourself. You need help. So football is an awesome activity. As we know, those of us that love football, it brings people together. You know, outside of just enjoying football, I really like talking about the strategy of the game, because it's very strategic, and a lot of things that are happening on the field are very intentional, and that's the same thing in business. So I tell people all the time, football is more than just running and passing, blocking and tackling, even though that's very enjoyable and entertaining to watch. But it is a very complex activity, and it involves a lot of planning. It involves a lot of preparation, as well as teamwork, which we know those things are all important in a successful business. Hey Dion, thank you so much for watching tonight. Hey Keisha, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for watching. So we're going to just repeat number one again. It's a quote by Vince Lombardi. It says that the achievements of an organization are the results of the combined effort of each individual. So that means that we got to have some people in place to do what we need to do. All right, so we know that on a football team, we got about 11 players that are on the football field at any given time. So whoever you're rooting for, you got 11 people on the field, and we need each person that's on the field to be working together so that we can win. It's necessary for them to work together in sync so that we can get the win. So if you have a player that's out there, and you know, we got our play on the field, and they may have missed a tackle or some type of pass route run or something like that, the play stands a really good chance of failing. It's not going to work, you know. So you have to keep those things in mind when you're applying this to business. So we know there is a lot of moving parts anytime you have a business. We got a lot of departments that have things that they have to do, and getting people to work effectively together can really be challenging. So when one person isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing, it can impact an entire organization. So it doesn't matter whether or not it's 2 of you in there, whether it's 8 folks or 11 or 800. A department or one person not holding their own or doing what they're supposed to be doing can be very impactful to the bottom line, the success or the goals that that business is trying to reach. So another thing I want to talk about is in this same token of making sure that the achievements of the organizations or the results of the combined effort of each individual is to remember it is totally okay to be frustrated. It's totally okay to be frustrated. When the plans don't go right, it's all right to do that. So, but here's the tip. You can't dwell in that. You can't dwell in that. So, you know, if it goes wrong, you don't want that to dictate the way that you run your business. Your business has to be ran right. So you can't be mad at your customers. You can't be walking around huffing and puffing with your customers. You have to do what is right. As a friend tells me all the time, and I've kind of taken over this mantra: if you don't run your business like a business, you will be out of business. I say it all the time. So we have to make sure that even though we may be frustrated about something somebody may have done in the department, we can't pass that on to the way or let it affect the way that we run our business. Hey, Adrian, thank you so much for watching tonight. So we want to make sure to do that. So for an example, because, you know, we're trying to make this all go back into, you know, these lessons that we're learning from football. If you have a player that fumbles the ball, continue to dwell about that play or that bad play is not the way to go. You know, we got to move forward. We got to move on to the next play. So we want to make sure that we're very supportive to that player, and we want to make sure that we sit down with them and discuss what went wrong in that particular play, so that, and also to let them know what the outcomes we had for that play, as well as those expectations for the future. It is very important to do that. So we want to make sure that we're bringing that back into our business culture. You know, in my office, when a person does something wrong, I try to create what I call teachable moments in the office. Sitting there harping on what they did and getting upset about it does not move the needle to the next point. I'm going to say, listen, that is not the policy. That is not the procedure. But let's go back and step back to look at what your thought process was and make a decision that you made, so that we can use it as a trainable moment to teach this person what we need for them to do better in the future. Okay. Hey, Tyrone, thank you so much for coming in. That's Cuz. How you doing? So communication, guys, is the key to all of this. You want to make sure there is consistent, respectful, and transparent communication, because it can go a real long way. Hey, Mike, how you doing, son? Good to see you. You know, because when you have that consistent, respectful, transparent communication, it really helps with you elevating your team. It also creates a very productive team. And that's the kind of culture and environment you want to have in your business. All right, so that was number 1. So let's go on to number 2, because we're just doing 3 tonight. Because, you know, hey, I'm in Atlanta. I'm in front of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium right now. And we got to catch this game at 8 o'clock, right? Preseason football is here. We love this time of year because it's football season. So number 2, we're going to do a quote from Bear Bryant. You know, my football heads out there, you know who that is. All right. So he was very influential on the game of football as well. He stated that it's not the will to win, but it's the will to prepare to win that makes the difference. That's amazing. That makes my heart just bounce, because that is what we have to do in our business every day. We have to prepare to win. We just can't get up every day and say, I'm winning. What's that gonna get us? Nothing. We have to have made proper preparation with our process in order to win. So I can guarantee you that every successful business owner or CEO or of a business has some type of company vision. They have some type of mission statement, or they have some type of game plan that they are going to use. But let me tell you, most people don't share that vision or those mission statements or that game plan with their employees. That is a big mistake. Because if the folks don't know where you're going, how are they going to help you get there? So you have to give people clear leadership. They need to know what you want from them so that they can support you in that. So success, we all know that success is the goal. In any business venture that you are trying to establish, you want to be successful in it. I have yet to hear anybody that decide they want to go into business saying, I want my business to fail. That's not what people want. They want their business to be successful. That's the end game. But I'm telling you guys, it's the day-to-day interactions that make the difference. We got to make sure that the folks that are helping us to succeed understand what that is. So every team knows, you know, and we're going to bring it back to football. Every team knows that when they get out there on the field, they want to win. Everybody win. Nobody, I don't know anybody that says they want to lose. So when they go out there, they need to make sure that they know what's going on. So if the coach says, I need a touchdown, but he doesn't give you the proper plays to move the ball down the field, we're not getting a touchdown. In fact, what you're going to get is confusion. The team going to be confused on what's going on. They're not going to know what's going on. And you might get a little apathy. Folks going to be like, huh? What are we doing out here? And you're not going to get the results that you want. It's the same thing in your business. If you don't give your team what they need to really understand what your goal is, they're not going to be able to perform at their best. So you want to make sure that you're helping your team to understand the why before the how. Hi, Doc. How you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. So that was number 2. What leads us with our third business lesson that we're going to be discussing. And Tom Landy came up with this one. He says, I don't believe in team motivation. I believe in getting a team prepared so it knows it will have the necessary confidence when it steps on the field and be prepared to play a good game. So to me, what this means is at some point, you have to entrust your team. Hey, cuz, how you doing? Hey, Jenna. You got to entrust your team that you have set and molded and built and given them all the tools to succeed. And you have to release control. You have to entrust that they are going to get out there and do what you have taught them to do. When you do that, it allows for your team to evolve. Your team's leadership skills get to shine. They become a direct reflection of all of the things that you have imparted in them. You can't be standing over your team, micromanaging them all day. If you taught them what they needed to know, you gotta let it go. You gotta release it to them. You gotta let them do what they need to do so that they can be productive for you. It gives them a sense of satisfaction that they're doing a good job, and you want to appreciate that at the end. So we want to make sure that we are evolving leadership skills within our team. Business, guys, is a team sport. All right, I can't stress that enough. We need others to help us get to the end goal, and that is success. All right, we know that there is only one owner, but we have to make sure that we entrust and empower our team to do what they need to do. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Thank you so much for watching tonight. So it's football season, so I thought that we would talk tonight about, how we can gain some business lessons from the game of football. All right, because it is imparting a lot of business acumen in it. So we're learning a lot of things about planning from a football team. Hey, but about planning from watching football. We're learning about strategies from watching football, and we're learning about entrust and empower. Yes, we're learning about how to be a team by watching organized sports like football, which is my favorite. All right, so I just want to leave you with this. If you're liking what you're hearing, we're going to be doing this every Thursday. I go on every Thursday at 7:00. This is the Ask Dr. Nissa Show. I am Dr. Nissa. You're able to like me on Facebook or on Instagram. I'm really excited about football. I always said football. Anyway, my handle is Dr. Nissa DC. That's DrNissADC. You're right, Doc. There is no I in team, but as my smart alecky cousin says, it is a me though. She says a big old me up in there. But anyway, there is no I in team. You're right. So I want you to go to my Facebook, like my page, Dr. Nissa. I want you to go to Instagram and do the same. I'll make sure at the end of this that I put that information into the comments so that you can go back through there and click those links. Again, if you know somebody that would love to hear this, please share this information out with your friends and families. If you're catching the replay, do that for me so I can kind of see when people are kind of watching these videos. And also let you know that we're still going to be continuing our series next week about you want to own your business. So you want to own a business? you need to be getting this information while it's free, you know, so you'll know what you need to do and what you're getting into to be a business owner. You know, that's my time, y'all. It's time for me to go up in this stadium. The Mercedes-Benz is hot tonight. We're ready to go in here to see these Falcons do what they're gonna do. You know, the team looks good this year, so we're hoping they're going to do what's right, because I'm waiting for them to do what's right, and I've been waiting for them to do what's right for a long time. But you know, you gotta stay true to the game. Season ticket holder I've been for a very long time. So thank you guys for watching, and again, see you in the crowd.